similar with another historical figure?
I was having lunch yesterday with Ryan Clemens. I don't know if you know Ryan Clemens. He's a fantastic actor. Does Mark Twain. He's on the Mac commercials. The guy, he's celebrating with the $1. You seen that commercial?
I have seen that
cool
one.
Cat. Yeah, cool cat. And so we were having lunch yesterday. He was like, yo, you need to think about, adding them all in there. Do go on stage, have different, different costumes, do Martin, do, all these. And that's a little bit far out.
It's a lot of work, I imagine.
Yeah. That's a lot of work. Yeah.
To switch from person to person.
Yeah. And I'm not an actor. I like I said, I'm just a poet who evolved for this, Okay. So I'm not really trying to be an actor, and I'm not trying to give up, TWP, because I mean, this really, I can see it already, pulling me away from the work I do with them, and I'm always feeling guilty because they're just doing so much stuff. Yeah. Every week.
Well, let's talk about some of the stuff they're doing.
Yeah. So they're getting ready to go into camp right now. They have 3 summer camps for the kids in Norfolk. One of them, let me go down the list here. Hear This Poetry Camp. This starts June 25th, which is what, tomorrow? Yeah, June 25th through
that's
July 8th.
Saturday.
Starts Saturday. So that's a Hear This Poetry Camp where kids can come in and get some great poetry workshops and stuff. Camp Inspired runs right after that in August. Well, it starts right after that, back to back. And then there's a Norfolk public art project. So 3 camps where kids from the community of Norfolk and surrounding areas can come and just hang out in the summer, be creative and all that kind of stuff. Of course, Brave New Voices is right in the middle of that. Brave New Voices is at the George Washington University in Washington, D.C. Starts from the 12th through the 16th. And so the Grand Slam is going to be at the Reagan Theater, I think it is, in Washington, D.C. On the 16th. Big deal. Drive up there. You'll never forget it. It'll be one of the experiences of your lifetime. And then the huge event, and this is monumental because Youth Speaks, which is out on the West Coast, they, we've been kicking it with them for a while. They really have recognized that our teens are living what they write.
Right.
Which is their model too. And so they've given us support, funding. They've sent their chief operating officer, Hadari Davis, out here. They've been coming out. We're planning this big block party in September. We're going to take everything from Monticello, where the monument is, all the way back past the Addicts Theater, block it all off, bring all the generations together, music, hip hop, R&B, spoken word, hip hop, everything. And not just us doing this, we're inviting other organizations to join forces, right?
I love it.
To just tell the true story of Norfolk and Church Street and the people who have been forgotten.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody tells the big stories, but we're talking about, going out with a microphone and a camera to a guy on the corner and tell me back in the day what you was doing, man, how you was kicking it. Right. And you'll be surprised. I mean, old school break out in a poem.
Never know.
Old school break out in a song, And so we're really excited about that. Yeah.
That is exciting. It's all beautiful things.
Yeah.
TWP and HRYP is just it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. What's happening over there. I was lucky enough for you guys to invite me to do a workshop for the kids. It was, I don't know who learned more, them or me, to be honest with you.
No, we learned from you.
They're a really great bunch of kids, man. Very perceptive and aware, and some of the stuff they put on the page is heartbreaking because on some level you don't feel like they should be able to speak on these experiences at that early an age.
Right.
But then at the same time, it's just jaw-dropping because they can speak on these experiences at that early an age.
Yeah, well, we're trying to take them to the next level because we're giving them prompts they may not be familiar with, and so that entails research, and so it goes kind of both ways. One of the prompts we gave them for this season is a poem on the mute teen, the teen that does not speak, that does not have verbal communication. And so I was like, oh, how are we going to write about this? He's like, research, And so they go and they write, it's like a group poem. So it's 3 poets writing and come back. And then I go on Google Docs and I'm looking at it and I'm like, y'all missing something. I was like, we're missing, Mr. Nathan. I'm like, all right, go back. You need to be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
They go back, they come back. I'm like, you're still missing it. Well, this is the fact of the matter. We have in our community, in our family, comes every Tuesday or whenever he can, a kid that is nonverbal. Right. And so what I say to them, we gave you this prompt and your focus is here, but you're not engaged in what's right immediately around you. The poet's eye catches what the other eye passes by,
I like
and
that.
So
I like that.
So,
Bars.
Yes. Yeah. So then they started focusing on him and realizing that he's right there in the community, growing, because when he first came, he was completely nonverbal. We always do a circle where everybody checking in, had a good day, checking in, checking out, had a good time, checking out, nonverbal. And I walk in Tuesday before last, and everybody comes up to me and is giving me dap. And this kid walks right up to me and gives me this wonderful dap, man, and a hug. And I'm like, oh my God.
That it was like the first bit of communication.
Yeah, with me. Anyway, with me anyway. And this is how I'm involved in it. I'm like, one of these days I'm gonna walk in here and this kid's gonna say hi. Yeah. And I'm just gonna like fold up in a knot.
So does it right? We have a call.
We have a call.
No, he's not right. He's just there enjoying the love. It's a safe place. It's a safe place.
That's beautiful.
So he feels comfortable.
Was the caller there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hello, caller.
Yes.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Maria Lozado, and I'm calling from Newport News right now.
And we were just talking about you off air.
Really?
Yes, we were.
Look at that. God is good.
Indeed.
How you guys doing?
We're well. How are you?
How about you?
Good, good. I just wanted to call and wish Terrell a very, very happy birthday.
Oh, I feel so special and stuff.
Yes, you should.
Can
I sing you a little happy birthday?
Oh, thank you.
So is that a yes?
She asked if she could sing you happy birthday, Terrell.
Okay. I'm waiting. I'm just
waiting.
Yes, Maria, that's a yes.
Okay, great. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on one second. Load the TV down. Sorry. Okay. Oh, Terrell. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Terrell. Happy birthday to you.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you, Maria.
Happy birthday, Panda.
Thank you.
You guys do a wonderful job. Thank you for having famous radio. Like it's crazy.
Cool.
Radio Live. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you for calling in, Maria.
Thank you, Maria.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, you guys. Bye-bye.
All right. You are listening to the Chocolate Milk and Waffle Show on Radio
FRadio.com.
Once again, we'd like to draw your attention to our Patreon, where you can, for just $1 a month, get complete access to our archive. Also, find us on YouTube on Radio Free Radio channel, and please subscribe to keep up with everything we're doing and watch our live streams. We are here with Nathan Richardson of TWP.
And Madeline Garcia sends her love, Nathan.
Oh wow, Madeline is amazing poet,
Isn't she?
Yeah.
Her, CJ, just so many great poets out there.
Yeah, the Hampton Roads community is
Yes. Speaking of the community, what's up with the book?
the 757
Yeah.
perspectives.
Yeah.
I'm like, yay!
Oh,
I only got a
shout
poem
out,
in
my
it. 2
God.
poems. I mean, I only got 2 in there.
Wow.
Just 2.
I'm so glad you said that because I tell you what, man, when I got my copies and I ordered like one for every poet on my team, right? I couldn't believe it. I mean, wow. Because I saw it on Facebook. They said, we're gonna do this, And I said, well, I'm going to be optimistic. It's going to happen. A lot of people say they're going to publish stuff, An anthology is not an easy thing to put together. I mean, this thing was put together
In a month.
Like
in a month.
Last is
In a
like
month.
She put the post up and it was done. It was
when it
she
came, I
moved,
was like,
man.
no. They've been plotting this for a month and it's happening.
Yeah.
It was about halfway through April.
Yeah.
It was because it was National Poetry Month.
Right.
Yeah.
So she put up the post and was like, wouldn't it be cool if we all took our National Poetry Month poems,
right?
And
we made a
them-
compilation,
Right.
and then put it out there, and maybe had it to be for charity for like HRYP or something. Who would be? So then everybody was like, "That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
How do we make this happen?" So she
Yeah.
took the helm. Her and J Scott Wilson took charge,
Right.
and
Yes.
they made it happen. Within a month, we had physical copies in
And
our
they're
hands.
already- and they're already-
That's what
yeah.
I
How
was
you do
talking
it.
about the community, man. I mean, that's level right there.
Yeah.
That's another level.
And it's
That's
beautiful
another
to be able to say that it all goes to TWP.
Yeah.
We thank you. We thank you because I mean it takes a lot to send these kids $500 per kid. That's not including their registration and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff, and the gas and to feed them and all that.
Hotel.
So
Yeah.
we appreciate it, man. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
I
And
know.
it's not because I got 2 poems out of maybe I don't even know how many are in there, tons. That it's a great collection of poems. Not because most of these people are my friends,
Yeah.
but it's a good book.
Yeah.
And it's called 757 Perspectives. It's only $10, and you can get it on
Only $10.
That's practically free. And you can get it on Amazon. Just search 757 Perspectives on Google. It'll take you right to it. I'm really happy to say that there's like a mock venue on the cover.
Right.
Word.
The artwork on
Which
the
was
cover
touching.
is awesome.
Yeah, it's a good book. Not because I'm a part of it, but because it's a good book. Take
Yeah.
my poems out.
Yeah.
Still a
a
good
good book.
Yeah. And still available. So if you buy one, it goes to Hampton Roads Youth Poets. We thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy 2. Buy one for your
Definitely.
grandma.
And
Grandma
buy one
like
for my
reading.
birthday.
Buy one for Terrell for
Yeah.
his birthday.
Now, being that you do a lot in the different fields within the community, poetry community, what's the 1 or 2 things you would like to see added to even push us even further into
what a good
growing?
question.
Oh, wow. This is like my dream for the Hampton Roads community. Is that, you might, this word is related to wine, fine wine, the California Appalachia wine, fine wine, the Appalachia of poetry. That's how Hampton Roads will be considered on a national level, that they will say, if you want fine poetry, if you want real poetry that speaks truth and a community of people who are doing things, who have actually made people aware of the community, right? To wake up and pay attention. Hampton Roads is a joint.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
100%.
I definitely see that being
And
possible.
in no small part.
And
I
I say poetry, but it's actually going to take collectively all the musicians,
It's
that
the
are
arts.
in our,
Yeah, the
Right.
arts, period.
visual arts, all of those people,
And we're all the same species, if
Right.
you will,
yeah,
artists. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Some just breathe heavier than others.
Yeah. Especially when my nose is stuffy and I'm all out of NyQuil.
Definitely.
Right. Yeah.
So Nathan, we're coming to the close of our show. Would we be fortunate enough to have you read for us? Maybe do a little
Okay.
something?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a prerequisite to come on the show. You know that.
I can do that, I guess. Wow. Yeah, so I'll do this. I'll do this poem. It's called On Profanity. And not that I'm against profanity at all, because profanity in the right context is a beautiful thing. But when it's used, you're just throwing it out there. One of the rules for BMV is that profanity, is discouraged. You can't use it. But when it's used gratuitously, it can count against you.
Good.
And so, because there's a million words in the English language, and so you can find better ways to say things. And in Chicago, in 12, was it 12? Yeah, 12. It seemed like we were going over the edge a little bit, and so I wrote this poem for my poets, just to like say, hey, this is another way to look at what you're writing on the page. So would you rather have a duffel bag full of 4-letter hand grenades or minds like nuclear reactors? Because in the aftermath of a nuclear blast, you'd want to be the one in control. All right, so even the coach messes up. Okay, even the coach messes up.
That's comforting, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'll do something on a more cerebral level about pace, timing, and space in poetry.
All right.
Okay. Because it's important to have space in poetry, because you don't want to step on the listener's mind and imagination. So this is a pause between notes. I am the pause between notes, between the final measure after the first period and the first measure before the second period. The valley after the ridge, the rhythmic value of song, between words, between sentences, the stutter, the staccato, the synapse between question and answer, brush and stroke, the space where interpretation becomes art, where yin becomes yang at the intersection of darkness and light, the ethos, the matter between what matters. The last real number between positive and negative, I am 0. I am the Seshura, the Shabbat, the meditation, the prayer, the noticeable silence, the irony of noise between heartbeats, between lovers, after the hug, before the kiss, the look. A stare between enemies, I am a ceasefire. The space between planets, I am peace. I am Mars, Venus, man, woman, a short leap, a light year. I am fear of consequence. I am the hope that even the inconsequential has value.
Beautiful. Nathan Richardson, everyone.
Yeah.
Nathan, thank you so much for being here. We hope it was as much fun for you as it was for us.
Yeah, it was totally fun, man. I was like
Glad
looking back through the archives, and checking out. This is like a big tall order for an old school cat like me. But yeah, it was fun. You guys made it fun.
No, thank you so much for being here.
So,
you made it fun. I learned
definitely
a lot,
So
especially when we're talking about Frederick Douglass.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot I didn't know.
Yeah.
Real quick, how can people find out more about you?
Well, you can find out more about TWP by going to TWP, the movement, .org.
Okay.
I get too much recognition. Come out, don't come out and see me. Come out and see some fantastic young people doing their thing. TWP.org, themovement.org. If you want to check me out, just come to my Facebook page, Nathan Richardson. Google my name, Nathan Richardson. I've been blessed, and you'll find me.
All right. Wonderful. Yeah. All right, Internet. Thank you guys for listening in. We have been the Chocolate Milk and Waffle Show. And remember,
I'm Terrell, and we do what we do
because we includes you.
P.S.
Good night, Internet. Happy birthday, Terrell.
Yeah.
Peace.
Do you ever feel like there's something wrong in the world around you? Do you feel like you're being lied to? Do you think you know more than the people in charge? Join us as we answer these questions and many more. Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. on fradio.com.
Hey, Justin, I was just thinking that there's no better way to advertise that hashtag WrestlePals is moving to 10 p.m. every Monday on Radio Free Radio, radiofradio.com, than to cut our own wrestling style promo. Do it.
Monday nights at 10 p.m. Hashtag WrestlePals take the airwaves. And I'm going to talk wrestling with you. If you want to call in, you can call 757-848-5920. Can you feel that? Feel the WrestlePals power coursing through your brains! Ah!
I think you just had an aneurysm. That's hashtag WrestlePals every Monday, 10 p.m. Radio Free Radio, radiofradio.com.